Hello everyone! Today I would like to start with a new series of videos where I will talk a little bit more and where I would like to connect with you a little bit more. I wanted to start with my personal story, how I decided and maybe why I decided to do PMU. I think that this industry is beautiful, but maybe it looks a little bit more easy on Instagram than it is in real life. So let me tell you my story, and then I would be happy if you could share your own story in the comments down below. When I was living in Australia, I was working as a waitress. I was working in a coffee shops. I was taking care of the child from my friend, and I was living there with my friend. And once she came home and she had her brows done. It was microblading, and I was like, wow, where have you been? What is it? Because like 5 years ago I had no idea what PMU is. So yeah, I was like, what is that? And she said that she visited one PMU artist, and she was there as her demo model. It was nice, and I started to following this girl, and at that time I really didn't know what to do, and I didn't have any goals in my life. So I was thinking how it would be if I would start or if I would take her course. And I still remember this because it was very expensive for me. And I wasn't sure if I want to do this and if I want to spend so much money on it. And then I was like, yes, I will do it. And also one of the reasons why I did it is because I had my boyfriend there with me, and he was a huge support. So first thing what I realized is that if you have someone who is next to you and who supports you, everything is much easier. Especially very big decisions, I would say. So I took this course, and it was crazy because I was like stressed so much, and I wasn't sure if this is really for me. I didn't know what to expect, and I had like completely different expectations that the reality was just different. And when I'm thinking about it, I remember that the first day we had the theory, and the second day we had the model, and my model showed me a picture of the trainer, and she said, please, can you do these brows for me? And I was like, yes, I will try. And in my mind I was like, how do you want me to do this for you? It's just first day in my life that I do this, and I knew straight away there will be a problem, because I knew I am not able to create such a beautiful microblading, and at that time I didn't even know that on the picture there was microblading and shading. So I was like, okay, let's do that. And I was like working on her for maybe 5 or 6 hours, and then when I finished, she looked at the mirror and she said, it's so bad. And I was like, really? I was so sad, I was so stressed out. And then the model, she went to see my trainer, and they were talking a lot about it because she was really not happy with the brows I did. And maybe, to be honest, if I would have her brows, I wouldn't be happy too. So yeah, I think it wasn't nice. And it was so weird because I thought it will be easy, and I will do beautiful brows and everything will be amazing, and I will know everything I will like learn everything in 4 days. And it wasn't the truth at all. So my second day when we were doing this model, it was a disaster, and I wanted to cry. And when I was going home, I was just crying to the phone, and I was talking to my boyfriend, and I told him that I completely destroyed her brows. So Yeah, he said that I have to be strong and I have to try again. And the other day, we had another model. It was a little bit better. It was microblading and shading, and I was really happy with the outcome I did for one Asian girl. She was so beautiful, and she was very supportive. And then there was another day, and we had also ombre brows. We were learning ombre brows technique. And my model was perfect, so I was so happy about it. But the second day was crazy, and I'm talking about it because I wanted to show you or tell you how I started and what kind of experiences I had in my first course. And it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy at all, and I had a hard time. Then, when I came home, I was trying to work a lot on latex. And because I was living in Australia, in Sydney, normally I'm from Europe, from Slovakia. And I found a Facebook group where I found people, Slovak and Czech people, from our countries, and I was asking if there is someone who would like to have their brows done. And I found like 15 models. I was charging, it was crazy, I was charging like 100 Australian dollars, and it was so funny because I remember that my trainer had the price, it was like around 1,200 Australian dollars, so it was almost like nothing. And I think this is one of the reasons why I found a lot of models, because I asked for almost no money, but I was super happy about it because I knew that I have to start straight away. I remember our flat in Sydney, it was crazy. We were sharing a room, not sharing a room, we were sharing a flat with another couple from Chile. And one day they were cooking a dinner, and we were sharing the kitchen with the living room. And in the living room I had my studio. So I remember how I was tattooing eyebrows for one of my models. They were cooking dinner. It was crazy. It was crazy. And when I'm thinking about this, I cannot imagine how I did it. It was so hard, and it was hard, but I would say it was also I was super excited all the time because I was happy that I was doing these brows, and almost all my clients, they were super happy and they were very grateful for it. So it was really nice, and I really loved that. And then at the end of 2019, beginning 2020, we moved back to Czech Republic because my boyfriend is from here. So we moved to Czech Republic, and then I started to work here. I rented a studio, and then coronavirus happened. So it was also really, really hard. But I think that these hard times maybe made me a better person and a stronger person, and now I'm really grateful for everything I have. It's still hard, and it's still like I'm not motivated every day. That it doesn't work like that, but I am a very disciplined person. And I think that if you really like what you do, if you really like PMU, I think you are able to create a beautiful life for yourself, doing eyebrows and lips and eyeliner. And I think that if you believe in yourself and if you work hard, you will be successful no matter what. So maybe this can be first part or first video of my videos where I will be talking a little bit more about me, and I would love to have your feedback. what you think about these videos, and if you can listen my English because I am not so good in English, but I hope it will be okay for you. Let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!